Peace, y'all. Just waiting for see if anybody's gonna hop on. All right, well, I'm gonna just get right into it. Peace. I'm gonna just get right into it. It's gonna be real brief. It's been two things that been coming up heavy for me lately. Well, the last piece that came to mind was the fact that people really be going through things that you don't know. So it's very, very important to just be kind and to mind your business. Like, just mind your business until somebody else invites you into it. Like, it's one thing for somebody, like, one, you don't have to call people out on their shadows, for one. Like, if you see that they're going through something, you ain't got to be like, who shitted on your pillow? Like, you ain't got to be all like that. You can politely be kind and be like, hey, you good? Like, what's going on? You ain't got to be so aggressive. And I feel like, which leads me into the other piece that's been coming up super duper heavy for me lately, that I actually did a lot of transmutation with that over these last couple of days, which is the disrespect that people have against the divine feminine energy. And when I say that, I'm not talking about in gender specifically, although it's pretty obvious of how it shows up in the physical form based on how people interact and treat females or women. Like, I know some people don't like the term like being called female, which it honestly doesn't make sense to me, but whatever the case. With women, and a lot of that, like like I had said on my personal page, like any issues that you're having in your life, really reflect back on your relationship with women, because a lot of these issues are self-created, where it stems from us not honoring our divine feminine energy within ourselves. And therefore it's showing up through the masculine energy of action. So like, it's like the cause and effect happening. Like, if you're not tapping into and honoring your emotional feelings, your thoughts, and the things that you can't see and touch, that's when your life goes into shambles. Like, and that's why it's so important to honor the feminine energy, because when, like, from a male perspective, like, they lead life from a very logical stance. They're all about thinking the process, like, what do I need to do to get X, Y, and Z? However, the feminine energy within them is the feeling behind it of why they need to get things done. So when people aren't able to balance their own masculine and feminine energy, because we all have both within us, so you can really figure out which part is imbalanced based on what's going on. Like, if you in your feelings all the time and you can't think straight, that's a sign that your feminine energy is not together. And then when you're in a state of procrastination and not able to get things done, that's a masculine energy imbalance. So the key is to find balance in both. You have to honor and respect both just as equal, because they play a role for each other. You cannot have one without the other. Like, you need both. Like, ain't no ifs and buts or nothing about it. Like, you need to have both. So like lately, what's going on is I've been growing in a frustration of the divine feminine not being respected. And that's within all of us. It's not being respected in how we treat each other, and let alone just women in general, but like I said, how we treat each other. And it's a deficiency in feminine energy in this world. That's why shit is going to shambles. Like, because everybody is thinking about, okay, what do I need to do for X, Y, and Z without honoring their feelings behind it and their intentions behind it. You know, a lot of the stuff that's going on, you can't just be sitting around thinking all this shit is normal when it's not. There is a lack of feminine energy in this world, and it's very obvious. So, like, I was getting frustrated because, like, not only have I been through my own personal experiences with people not honoring the divine feminine, I encounter people on the regular where it's clear as day, like, and I'm being super transparent with sharing this, but recently I had an encounter with some guy who was supposed to be doing a service, and they're all up in my personal space and talking, like, using all these patriarchal terms of what you gonna cook for me and shit like that. I'm like, sir, get out. Like, this is not what we doing here. Like, thank you for your service, bye. You know, trying to flirt and everything, but you can clearly see the lack of respect or the lack of inner knowing within his own feminine energy to see that, one, that's the intuition. Like, so, all right, let me backtrack a bit. I had made a post that I reposted it about, like, teaching your sons no means no. And basically it includes, one, when somebody is not interested, you back up. You mind your business. You go the opposite way. You don't keep trying to convince them why you're the why you're the best why you're the best fish in the sea. Like, no, they are not interested. Regardless of if you are the best fish in the sea, you need to go do some work within your feminine energy to honor that and be like, and know that you are, without having to be so forceful about it. So, also, it's like, when it's not being honored, you know, that's just when I kind of, like, lost my train of thought from what I was trying to say just a few seconds ago. But basically, like, when you're not honoring both, shit goes to shambles. You have to honor the divine feminine. And okay, so that's what it was. I've been getting frustrated with the lack of honor for the feminine energy because the world is turning to shit, and people do not know how to love and use their intuition to know what is right versus wrong, and being able to act upon what is right and wrong. Like, it takes a level of understanding, which is the feminine energy, to know what is right and wrong so that you can act using your masculine energy to get it done the righteous way. Like, it's just so frustrating. However, through my frustration of that, with the transmutation is instead of me having to express myself in this way of, you know, feeling like I go above and beyond to get people to understand why it's important, I just have to remind myself of why my feminine energy is important. Just like the guy that didn't know how to take a no for an answer. Like, no means no. I'm not interested. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And I shouldn't have to be scared to express that or feel bad about expressing that. It's on the other person's end of, like, having that understanding within themselves that, yeah, no means no. I apologize. That's it. The end. Go mind your business, you know? So, like, when I be saying, like, mind your spiritual business, that's exactly what I mean. Like, instead of you trying to get all intertwined in other people's karma, because, like, for example, I could have easily started trying to explain, you know, I could have tried to explain all of that, but I know in that moment I had to mind my spiritual business to honor myself in that space, to walk away instead of trying to be a teacher in that moment. Because ain't no telling, like, you don't know, like I said, you don't know what people has been through. So something I could have said could have been very triggering to whoever it was, and then they want to take it out on me. Like, I ain't got time for none of that. So, like, it's the same thing. Like, I know it's a lot of people that mean well, and they, you know, they just don't know how to approach people when they feel the energy is off, or, like, you know, like I was saying when I first came on, like, if you say, you know, some people grew up with that tough love mindset of not knowing how to encounter people when they feel their energy is off. Like, for example, you walking past somebody and you can tell they're feeling down. That's the intuition part coming up. And like, what you would do in that sense is, instead of you approaching it from I'll say the let me act, let me heal you, or the action masculine type of energy, you can approach that more from a feminine energy space to just say, hey, how are you? Like, how are you feeling? What are you thinking? And blah, 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 what's going on, to get them talking. So that way you can learn or start picking up context clues on how you can exert that masculine energy to find a solution. Like, and that's one thing I love about the divine masculine. They are so good at finding solutions, like finding the best solution. Like, the divine masculine know the importance of balancing the feminine energy to a point where the solutions it comes so easy to them. Like, and I fucking love that. That is a divine masculine. But then imbalanced energy will be like, when the masculine sense of imbalance is like, they don't have that emotional connection to sympathize or show compassion towards how they go about finding that solution. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so important to one, honor the divine feminine. The shit ain't going nowhere. It's a part of you. It is what it is. And then knowing how to use your masculine energy to exert or show and manifest it in a physical form or verbally, that's what that is. Like, it's just, it's a little frustrating, but like I said, through my own understanding of it, it's more so, instead of me focusing on trying to teach everybody how to balance their energy without their consent, because that would be me checking my own masculine energy. My masculine energy is like, no, you're gonna let me fucking love you. You know what I'm saying? But on the feminine energy side of me, it's like, okay, I gotta approach this in a way that is best for whoever I'm trying to reach. So like, being able to balance the two is so important, and I just wish more people I wish that more people start developing their own understanding. Well, first, the awareness that they have both masculine and feminine energy, and then two, knowing how to balance that within themselves, so that when they encounter other people, they know how to still keep that energy balanced, in the sense where no one is getting harmed. Nobody is like, hey, you can't really do too much as far as trying to protect people from feeling offended, because that would be more of a personal thing, to be honest. But you don't want to blatantly do it without consciously thinking about how you may affect someone else. So it's just so important to be kind to people. That's all. Mind your spiritual business and be kind. Like, you can live your life the way you want, as long as you're not causing harm to somebody else, basically. Of course, don't cause no harm to yourself, but at the same time, like, you can live your best life. It's possible. You just need to figure out how to balance your masculine and feminine energy, and stop listening to this fucking matrix telling you that feminine energy does not fucking matter. And it's funny because the number 13 has been coming a lot up for me, and then also someone that I know that is a part of the Moonlight Mercenary tribe, they mentioned that up in our chat one time. And I'm like, that's because it's rising right now, and it's calling for more attention there. Like, if you start seeing the number 13, that's a divine feminine number right there. Like, and then what's even more funny about that is, like, here's the gem about it. You know how they say, like, 13 is an unlucky number, or it's the bad luck number? Why do you think they telling you this? They're telling you that because they don't want you to they don't want you to use your intuition and have emotional intelligence. Like, come on, listen, man. Like, a lot of the stuff that they try to instill fear in you about, I want you to start asking questions like, why are you trying to make me scared of this? Hello? Why are you scared of a number? Or are you scared of the number 13? Like, it pisses me off that people be scared of Friday the 13th. Like, like, why? Why are you scared of a number? If you know anything about numerology, you'll see, or if you're even intrigued or enough to ask questions, you'll see the magic behind the number 13. It's nothing but divine love. Come on now. Yes, like, yeah, you can't trust nothing they saying. Like, and if it don't feel right, ask questions until it makes sense to you. A lot of things don't be adding up. Like, come on now. I'm just frustrated. Well, okay, let me stop saying I'm frustrated. I am releasing the frustration of how society try to disregard the feminine energy as if it does not exist. It always get pushed back into the shadows. It's just like, oh yeah, you could go be magical, but do that in the privacy of your home. Like, why can't I be magical out here in these streets? Like, it's kind of like telling it's kind of like telling somebody, oh, go dim your light. Don't come outside like the sun. Go stay in your house and turn on all the lights. Like, that don't make sense. I need some fucking sunlight. I'm going outside. And I'm going to look cute outside. Like, and I'm going to mind my business just like you should mind yours. Don't be coming over here trying to regulate how I use my divine feminine. Okay? Now, the only regulation that needs to be done is discernment, self-integrity, self-accountability, and just being aware of it. Like, don't be scared of it. Like, start asking questions about the things you're scared of. And honor the divine feminine and be kind to people. That's all I got. That is all I got. And then, like, just a message to, so I want to give like a message to men and then also a message to women. For men, I'll start with you first. It is okay to have feelings. Now, you don't have to, like, and I think that's the thing, like, you know, people raise up their sons like it's not okay to cry or don't cry and stuff like that. It is okay to cry. It's a matter of what you're going to do about it. Like, what is hurting and what are you going to do about it? And be graceful about it. Like, don't let your sadness turn into anger, because from that point, you're leading from ego, and that's not what is supposed to happen. Any feelings or any emotional things that come up for you is meant to evolve you towards being your highest self. Like, so when emotions come up, and this is for anybody for real, but I want to talk specifically to men. You know, I don't feel like it's stressed enough to men that it's okay to honor your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, reclaim that power of the fact that you are an emotional being just as much as a female is able to make decisions. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the message to the men. Like, honor your feelings. Do some soul work. Do some shadow work. Figure out the root of these emotions and do your masculine thing and manifest it into something. Like, that is your superpower as a man. I love y'all logic. Love your logic. I love how you balance us as females, because for a female, we could get so caught up in our feelings that our actions start looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Our actions start getting turned off. Like, you know, our actions become unbalanced. So, like she said in the chat, there's a war on men too. Yeah, and the war that they're trying to, the illusion of the war is that we are against each other when the whole time we're not. We're here to balance each other, okay? Don't listen to that rah-rah of, oh, men are like this, female are like this, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to none of that. Yes, there are some men and some women walking around with unbalanced energy. However, it's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that I cannot stand, generalizations in that sense where they try to make it like it's everybody when it's not. It's specific people who went through specific experiences in their life that cause their energy to be imbalanced. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is not the same. Get that out your head. Get it out your head. Everybody's not the same. Everybody go through different experiences. That's why it's important to be kind. You don't know what a person went through. You may be able to sympathize with it, but you do not know. You were not in that person's shoes. So, mind your spiritual business. If somebody come asking you for some assistance, then yeah, do it at your best ability, but do it from a balanced masculine and feminine energy. Now, my message to women, it is okay to be in your feelings, okay? However, you have to be mindful of how you express your feelings and what you do with them, just like I'm telling men. So, in moments where you feel like you don't know what to do, yes, you do. You were born with the inner knowing. We all were. Your inner knowing can be a lot stronger because, like I said, men might think more of a logical sense of like, what's the process of what I need to do. But the inner part that you cannot see, you were born with that. So at that point, you do need to go sit back and retreat. You need to go get your solitude. And it's okay to have solitude. It's okay to say no. It's okay to process your feelings and allow the masculine energy to help you process those feelings. You are a reflection. We are all reflections of each other. So for women that are having issues with their emotions and it's showing up in how they go about things, like, because it could even be your feelings are causing you to not fulfill your goals. You know what I'm saying? So when it gets to things like that, like, you need to reflect on your emotions. Like, how are you processing them? And know that you have the power just as much as men to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all share the same powers in that sense. We just have different methods of going about it. It's kind of like a difference in the process that we need to use. But we all can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. I'm about to hop on off of here in case anybody want to hop on, share anything. If you want to hop on, you can put it in the chat and I'll invite you on here, or you can like send in a request for it. I think somebody was on here earlier that sent one, but I don't think they're on here anymore. But yeah, that's my little tidbit for today. I just had to get it off my chest because that's the thing. Like, I don't like for things to be lingering within me for too long because it be getting in the way of what I need to do. Just like I was just saying, I got things to do. I can't be sitting around in my feelings or allowing that energy to get into my work because that's not what my work is about. You know what I'm saying? So, Ashe, you're welcome. It was my pleasure. I love to be able to do this. And, like, even coming on here to, like, I love y'all appreciation for it because, it helps me to express what's going on within me because I know I'm not the only one that be going through this stuff. Like, that's the purpose of Moon Goddess. Like, I'm the reflection. I'm going to reach whoever it reaches. You know what I'm saying? So I personally had to come over that, like, shoot, even on the same subject is, I had to learn how to balance, like, be more action based. Like, I'm still learning and evolving towards that. The more I understand and honor my feminine energy, and the same thing for my masculine energy, I know how the two works together. I'm just like working out the kinks of it all. So yeah, I appreciate it. Like, it's so funny because me coming on here is exerting my masculine energy. And what I'm saying and the energy behind what I'm saying is the feminine energy of it. So I'm evolving, I'm growing just like y'all are. So that's the point. We are meant to share, What's the point of holding on to wisdom and knowledge and not share it? Because the game checker is you got to remember that you once needed that. Like, just as much as I needed somebody to show me how to, like, show me what like the difference, like, as much as I needed somebody to teach me that I embody both energies, is just as much as, like, that's my reason for doing what I do. Because somebody needs it just as much as I once did, or just as much as I do, because me talking about it is just like a reminder to myself. So I appreciate y'all for appreciating me and vice versa. Like, it's all righteous reciprocity happening here. So yeah, if y'all ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing else either. Yes, get out of your own way. Process them feelings. Figure out what it's, because that's what be causing it, like causing the backup. It's like it's like a traffic jam, Or shoot, I love using this car. I love using this example of a car. If your engine light comes on, you can't keep driving on that. You're gonna fuck up your car. So when your feelings pop up, that's your engine light. Pull over, drive to wherever you gotta go. But, pull over and figure it out. Get it fixed. Get back balanced in whatever it is so that you can keep going. So, yeah, I'm working on it too, sis. You ain't the only one. I still have to get out of my own way too. And I love when those moments come up because it's a reminder, it's an indicator that is still more work to be done. So learning is, well, knowledge is infinite, so learning is an infinite process. You go through cycles, and it's like the Fibonacci sequence. I love that I came into that awareness. But yeah, it's something else I wanted to talk about, but I might do that in the next time I hop on. Or I'll share a little bit of it now, actually. So I'm talking to the Moonlight Mercenaries, and it's so funny because we got this little project that we're working on, and I can't wait to share it with y'all once we reach our number and what we're talking about. But I'll share more about that later. It's really fun. But through us coming up with our list, it dawned on me just how. So basically, the thing that came up was your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your unconscious mind. And it's so interesting that we can have all three of those things taking place at one time. Like, we literally have three minds. We have three minds going on within us. And what the realization was that the conscious mind is like the masculine energy. The subconscious mind is the feminine energy. And then the unconscious mind is the child energy. It's so dope because, like I said, the conscious mind is, think about it. When you're conscious about something, you're just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing it, you're thinking about it, you're being aware of it. That's masculine energy straight up. And then the subconscious energy is the feelings behind it, the why you are doing it, like the thoughts you're having. That's all feminine energy, just like I was talking before. And then the unconscious mind is, so basically, like, your subconscious mind is telling your conscious mind what to do, basically. And then the unconscious mind is a child energy. Those are the things that you do with no thought. That is the stuff that naturally comes to you. That's like waking up, breathing. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about breathing all the time. Like, yes, we need to be more mindful to keep our breath work going, but your body is taking care of that itself. That's like a child. Like, the child just be living their best life. And then here you come as the parent trying to show them how not to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, but the whole time they just be living their best life. They don't mean no harm at all. So that's like the unconscious energy. And yeah, it was just like a dope awareness as I'm like processing this whole divine feminine masculine energy conflict that be going on within. Like, we got both of them things. And we got the inner child in the works too. So it's just like, hello. Like, it's so funny. I was about to say we could all be one happy family, but the whole time the whole happy family is within you. You could be whole in that piece. You just got to honor both, all of it, man, the masculine, feminine, and the childlike energy all within you. We can't forget not one piece of it, because when we do, that's when things go haywire, man. I'm trying to tell you, right? Isn't that a dope, like I was just like, oh snap, that's something right there. But yeah, I'm about to hop off of here if y'all ain't got nothing. Just had to share that too. Yeah, man, I'm about to. Yep, my phone going dead. So I appreciate y'all for appreciating me. I'm proud of y'all for doing this healing work. I'm proud of y'all for never giving up on yourselves and all that good stuff. So y'all stay peace and be light.